Revenge. I think this is the sweetest revenge story I've ever had in my life. I don't know if you support revenge or not, but just before you continue, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so and hit the bell icon right there. I caught my fiancée cheating on me with some other guy whom she met at the gym. I had built the house we lived in from the ground up and was smart enough to have bought and installed a surveillance system that not only covered the entire yard, but the inside of the house as well. The system included HD video, audio recording, and even came with night vision. I did not tell her about the system, and she never suspected that she was being watched inside the house. I caught her calling the guy and giving him our address and inviting him to with her, in her own words. Everything was caught on camera with audio to boot, and I made sure to make extra copies and save them as evidence. The next day, she went to work as if nothing happened. I left for work as I normally do, but once I was away from the house, I called my boss and told him I was taking a few days off. I've been with this company for over 12 years and was good friends with the owner, so he had no problem with me taking time off. I waited till she came back to the house to begin my plan. The first thing I did was to call her all her credit cards and cancel them. Since I paid for everything and they were in my name, I had no problem getting those cancelled. The next thing I did was to take the money from our joint checking account out to put into my own personal checking account. I then collected all of her clothes, jewelry, shoes, etc. and stuffed them into garbage bags and tossed them into my truck. I had a couple of buddies meet me that morning and at the house to help me out. I also changed the codes to get into the house, locking her out. We finished loading everything into my truck and one of my buddies' trucks and left the house. The first stop was at her job, where I used the extra key to her car to get in and drive it away back to my house, while my buddy followed in my truck. The car was in my name and I was not going to let her have it. We then drove to her mom's house, which was about an hour away, and left all her stuff on her mom's porch. I explained to her mom and her sister what she did and told her that it was over and I didn't want her in my house anymore. It took about 20 minutes after leaving her mom's house before I got the first phone call from my now ex. I ignored her phone calls until about call number 10. By this point, she was screaming at the top of her lungs about her stuff being dumped at her mom's house. She demanded an explanation and started threatening to call the police. I laughed and sent her a clip of a sex video that was caught on the home surveillance camera. Just to be petty, I also sent the video to her mother and her two sisters as well. That stuff really hit the fan when she got over work and discovered that her car was no longer there. She had to have her mom pay for a lift to carry her back home, since none of her credit cards worked and her debit card was useless. I continued to receive regular phone calls for the next 3 to 4 days, which I ignored. I kept her car in the garage where it sits to this day. I've driven it a grand total of twice and I'm thinking of selling it once it's paid off. She never bothered coming back to the house, and I heard that she had a lot of blowback from her family regarding her extracurricular activities. She was forced to get a full-time job to make ends meet, since she was only working part-time when she was living with me. I've since moved on and dated a couple of times, but I'm holding off getting into something serious until I can find somebody I can truly trust. Yep. To me, that was the sweetest revenge story. Can I call it sweetest or sad? Well, it's both sweet and sad, depending on how you view it. Well, tell us how you feel about the story. Did the guy do the right thing? How about the lady? Down there in the comment section. And please remember to subscribe for more of these and press the bell icon.